Alright guys, welcome back to Behind the Curtain. This is going to be a Behind the Curtain extra, so anytime we ever have any extra news, something big to talk about that we don't do for Behind the Curtain on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is some breaking news. I mean, it's unfortunate news, but it's some breaking news. First off the bat, we're going to get into Bruno Sammartino passed away at the age of 82. But first off the bat, you know, at times we had those issues like we had with Owen Hart or China or who else is somebody that should have been inducted that never got inducted because they had issues with WWE and WWE never wanted to mend the fences. But first off the bat, shout out to Triple H for getting Bruno Sammartino to come back when he did. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? He got inducted into the Hall of Fame because stuff like this when they pass away, you're like, damn, they should have been inducted in the Hall of Fame where we could at least heard their speeches, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Triple H for getting Bruno Sammartino to come back so he was able to be inducted in the Hall of Fame so we could hear his speech. Because if he would have passed away and he was never inducted, your longest reigning ever champion, your company, never inducted into their Hall of Fame, no matter whatever you got, issues you have with the company or they have with you, the company should mend the fences with you. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Triple H, for getting Bruno Sammartino to be able to be inducted so we could at least hear his speech before he passed away. So, I got the article from PW Mania if you guys want to read up the article about Bruno Sammartino. So let's just go ahead and go through some of the article here because some of the stuff in the article you guys should know about Bruno Sammartino. If you don't, we'll go over it here extra for you guys. So, WWE is saddened to learn that WWE Hall of Famer Bruno Sammartino passed away at the age of 82 years old. The story of Bruno Sammartino is the story of an American dream. During his childhood in a small town in Italy, Bruno Sammartino heard stories about how the streets in the United States were paved with gold. Throughout, he believed it and learned it at the time. Sammartino would experience fortune at the fame firsthand as the longest reigning WWE champion. So, these conflicting reports of CM Punk being the longest reigning champion. So, CM Punk is probably the longest reigning WWE champion in modern history. But Bruno Sammartino is the longest reigning champion ever. WWE champion ever. So, WWE, get your facts straight. Don't just have people think, oh, CM Punk's the longest reigning champion when she's not the longest reigning WWE champion. He's probably the longest reigning WWE modern champion. Not the longest reigning ever. So, and most believed and the most beloved competitor in the history of the squared circle. Life wasn't always so glorious for the Italian Superman. Bruno's brother and sister both passed away at young ages, and Adolf Hitler's Nazi force seized their town, but Bruno prevailed. He and his mother hid in the mountains called Valley during the German occupation and eventually joined his immigrant father in Pittsburgh. So that's why people consider Bruno Sammartino from Pittsburgh. So in 1950, Bruno joined his immigrant father in Pittsburgh, 1950. Sammartino began lifting weights at a young man. I hate how they do these articles. Sammartino began lifting weights as a young man. There we go, as a young man. And grew to become one of the strongest men of the planet. After setting a record in 1959 by bench pressing 565 pounds, Sammartino caught the eye of Vincent J. McMahon and became a sports entertainer. Bruno became a overnight sensation, connecting with not only few Italians but also Latinos, Greeks, and Jews. Successfully began the American dream. His legend continued to grow on May 17, 1963, when Sammartino defeated Buddy Rogers in just 48 seconds to become the second ever WWE champion in front of nearly 20,000 fans at the old Madison Square Garden. Bruno held the WWE Championship for nearly 8 years. That alone, he's the longest reigning champion. 8 years. One of the longest reigns of all time. And a record for all professional wrestling champions, no matter the organizations that were out there. Bruno became a household name all over the country. The beloved hero defended his title in legendary rivalries against WWE Hall of Famers Gorilla Monsoon, George Animal Steele. In early 1968, Sammartino headlined the first wrestling event at the brand new Madison Square Garden, just 8 days after it opened. The Garden truly was the house that Bruno built as he sold it out approximately 187 times. Wow. When he lost the title to Ivan Kylov in 1971, oh my God, I hate how they title these things. I swear, sometimes articles you're like, why would you title it that way and put that there? Okay, grown men in the crowd were seen weeping, but on December 10th, 1973, Sammartino became the first two-time WWE champion and held the title for an additional 3.5 years. On August 9th, 1980, Sammartino defeated his former protege Larry Zbyszko inside a steel cage in New York City in front of more than 35,000 people. The heated grudge match broke box office records for wrestling events, and Bruno retired from the ring the following year. Bruno returned to WWE in the mid-80s as a broadcaster alongside Mr. McMahon as a mentor for his son David, who was just beginning his wrestling career. Not known as the living legend, Bruno also engaged in several rivalries with a generation of WWE great villains, include Roddy Piper, Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Honky Tonk Man. The star power and influence of Sammartino was appreciated by the fact that he was inducted into WWE Hall of Fame. See, that's what I'm saying. He retired in 1981, and then he was inducted in 2013. You see what I'm saying, people? Whatever grudges the company should have with certain people, I mean, there's no way you have your longest reigning champion ever in your company wait literally what? We're gonna pull it up right now, people, just so you guys can see how this is ridiculous. Let me pull it up for you guys here. Where is it? Hey, when you're looking for stuff you never can find on your iPhone, that just irks me. Okay, so we're gonna go what? 2013. Bruno waited 32 years to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Your longest reigning ever champion. 32 years you made the guy wait. That is ridiculous, man. He was inducted by none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was the 188th and final time that Sammartino headlined and sold out Madison Square Garden. So that was at what, WrestleMania 29. Yeah, WrestleMania 29. He was inducted that weekend. Yeah. Again, WWE extends its condolences to Sammartino's family and friends. Yes. Thank you, Triple H, again, because there's no way that your longest reigning WWE. Imagine if Bruno was never inducted into the Hall of Fame. Your longest reigning champion in your history of your company is not inducted into your Hall of Fame. That would have been something to behold, people. But again, condolences to Bruno Sammartino family and to their friends. WWE, condolences to Triple H, because he's the one who got him back to be inducted into the company. So, again, this was Behind the Curtain Extra. We'll catch you guys tomorrow for Behind the Curtain Episode 4, Part 1. So we'll be touching on some more topics for tomorrow of why the company made the decisions they did for their brand split. And we'll have some more topics about that. So don't forget to like the video, guys. Comment down below. Subscribe. Catch you guys tomorrow for some more videos. And also for Behind the Curtain Episode 4, Part 1.
Yeah. DJ Darrell. Yeah. The way we put this shit together, you know what I mean?